Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Mindset Monday, episode number 16. This is RodrickWaddle. Last week, we started talking about vision and how important it is to have a vision in your life and how powerful it can be. And I want to really go deeper into that and really look at a powerful lesson and really highlight a powerful lesson from the Bible on vision and how you can bring it to pass in your life. It's found in Genesis chapter 30. Starting at verse 37, it's a story about Jacob and Laban. And Jacob was trying to get a flock to produce something, to produce a particular way, to produce something different than what it was. So it says this in verse 37. Jacob, however, he took fresh cut branches from poplar, almond, and plane trees and made white stripes on them by peeling the bark and exposing the white inner wood of the branches. All right. Then he placed the peeled branches in all the watering troughs so that they would be directly in front of the flocks when they came to drink. When the flocks were in heat and came to drink, they mated in front of the branches, and they bore young that were streaked or speckled or spotted. Now that's Genesis chapter 30, verse 37 through 39. Now let's take a look at this. There's a lot in there. The first thing, look, he wanted to get this flock to produce something different than what it was. So in order for it to produce something different than what it was, the first thing he did was he put a vision in front of them. He put a vision in front of them and instilled a picture in them of what he wanted them to produce. Look, and it's the same way with you. Decide what it is you want, what that particular thing is that you want to produce. And this is the way that God set things up. Put a vision in front of you and instill a picture inside of you of what you want to produce. And the second thing to look at is where he put it at, where he placed it. He says that, verse 38, he says, he placed the peeled branches in all the watering troughs so that they would be directly in front of the flocks when they came to drink. So where he placed it was a place where they had to come to frequently in order to live. And that's the same place that you need to place your vision at. It needs to be somewhere where you come to frequently. Even if you carry it with you, keep the picture in your phone, or put the pictures up in your bedroom, like the place where you have to come to frequently in order to live, right? And so they had to always see it when they came to that place, and the place where they had to come to. And it says that it was the watering trough. So listen, you may be working to produce a vision, and you may come to a state of dryness. You're not getting any results yet. You're getting frustrated, and that's when you have to be able to get back in front of the vision and drink from it, so to speak. Let it be renewed in you to quench the dryness. Let it be, be refreshed by the vision. Like I said, let it be renewed in you. Be refreshed by it. And this has to be something that has to be done daily. At some time. It has to be done daily. And it says this as well. Another thing it says that when the flocks were in heat, they came to drink. So they came to drink daily, but they also came to drink at that time when they were in heat. Now, this in heat, sometimes things heat up past just thirst. You're at a place where, look, I gotta see something happen. I gotta see vision. I gotta see this thing come to pass, right? There's times where your passion for it is higher than other times. This in heat part. This is the place you got to recognize that at these times you got to take greater action. Take greater action when you're at that place where your passion is high. At that place where you feel like you got to see greater results. Let that drive you to take greater action. When you look at consider a animal that's in heat, it has to take action at that point, right? So, let that be something that drives you to take massive action at those times where you're in heat, so to speak. And when you look further, it says that they made it in front of the branches. It said they made it in front of the place where the vision was, right? Now, I'm not talking about mating in front of the vision. I'm talking about intimacy. Talking about this is where you become one with the vision. This is where there's a greater level of intimacy, a burning desire and passion. It becomes part of who you are. And this is where it gets really conceived in you. And the only way that you can birth something is if it gets conceived in you. And it says this, the last part, it says that they bore young that were streaked or speckled or spotted. Now, they bore young, they gave birth to what the vision was. They gave birth to young that were striped, streaked, and speckled or spotted. And now they produce what looked like the vision. And it's going to be the same way with us. It's going to be the same way with you. Once you put the vision in a place, and first of all, put the vision in front of you, put it in a place where you come to frequently, and develop passion for it and drive for it and fervor, become one with it, have a level of intimacy with your vision where it gets conceived in you, and you're going to birth exactly what the vision looks like, y'all. I remember one time I was at a worship service, and I asked God a question. I was like, God, I was thinking about Genesis chapter 1 where he created everything. And I was like, God, you said it was good. Lord, but how did you know it was good if it had never been created before? It's just, silly me asking God a question. A few moments later, he spoke to my spirit clearly. He said, because it was exactly the way I pictured it. And I was like, wow. Wow, it was exactly the way that he pictured it. And he made us, y'all. Look, he created us just like him. So listen, he said it is good because it was exactly the way he pictured it. And you're going to be able to look at your life, it might be, weeks from now, maybe months from now, maybe years from now. But you're going to be able to look at your life and say it is good. Why? Because it was the way that you pictured it. And you're going to be able to give God praise on a whole nother level because he put the picture in you. You were able to walk out and carry out the vision. You're going to be able to say it's good and give him glory, y'all. Listen, I want to leave you with this, encourage you with this. We talked about Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 2 last week. But I'm going to talk about verse 3 this week. It says this: the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, though it may not happen overnight, though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come to pass, y'all. So listen, stay connected to your vision. Keep your vision, man. Though it tarry, wait for it shall come to pass, y'all. Listen, you can find this and other great information in my book, The Other Side of Money, Becoming a Person God Can Trust. You can get this on Amazon or inbox me on social media, on Facebook, Instagram. It's $15. You can get your copy today. Y'all, I really believe that this is something that's very much needed for this time, becoming a person God can trust. I believe God wants to raise up more people, more kingdom-minded people of influence, y'all, to have influence in these last days, man. So listen, get this book, get a copy of this book. My name is RodrickWaddle. I'll see you next week on Mindset Monday.